Sometimes I'm talking to people who insist that they don't believe in God at all. We talk about how God is vulnerable, and the motivation for creation comes from his very essence, so that the mitzvah is essential to him, and that it can't be any other way. This is it. This is the essence of everything. It is the ultimate truth. And God is waiting for you to do the mitzvah. And all of a sudden, these people who were convinced that they don't believe in God want to serve him. And I think part of the secret is that there's something natural within us. Since we were created to serve, we have a natural instinct that finds the idea familiar, like intuitively familiar. I am here to serve him. Why does that sound right? Why does that sound comfortable? It could be because I really don't want to serve myself. That's narcissism. And that's a dead end, literally a dead end. Drives people to suicide. So I don't want to serve myself. If God, the creator of everything, needs me to serve him, that sounds so correct, that sounds so fitting, that all of a sudden they're not atheists anymore. They rejected the idea of a God that is invulnerable, sits in heaven, and pulls strings and watches people go through their difficulties in life, and he's unaffected by it. That kind of a God, I don't know why anybody would want to believe in. But once you introduce the idea that God is far more invested in you and is more vulnerable than you are, that's the kind of a God that we intuitively recognize as correct. Also because, as it turns out, human beings at their very essence need to be needed. So that's where you're asking questions about what is the purpose of life? Why are we here? What's wrong with just being here? Human beings have been on earth at least 5,000 years. Why are we uncomfortable? Why don't we settle down? Why are we still looking for an excuse to be here? It's because essentially we are created to serve. We are created out of a need. So all we need is to know who needs us and what we're needed for. That just talks to some core truth within the human being. And that's what religion is supposed to be. Or we shouldn't even call it religion. Religion has become a way of eliciting goodies and blessings and spiritual benefits from God. That's what religion has become. If I do this, will I get to heaven? If I do this, will God love me and make me rich? If I do this, will I be among the saints when they come marching in? And if not, well then, I'm not interested. What we're saying now is the exact opposite. The question is not what you can get from following the commandments. The question is, what does he get from this? How much am I doing for him? And the answer is infinite meaning, infinite pleasure, because God is infinite. So that takes you to a whole different world, a whole different reality. And all the questions fall away. With this one answer, all the other questions disappear.